Hello, I'm Adam Giles, Chief Minister of the Northern Territory. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to update you on what's happening in the Territory right now. A few years ago, we had one major project economically. We had the big INPEX project here in the top end. For the rest of the Northern Territory, the economy wasn't going quite as well. Tourism was slowing. We were looking towards a mining downturn. Agriculture industry wasn't taking shape. So what we've done over the last couple of years is really try to diversify the economy so that as we have ups and then we have downs, we have the ability to be able to respond through different sectors. So we've been working hard in the mining industry. I think we've all seen globally that iron ore's come off, but what we've seen is gold come on. And so in places such as the granites, we're seeing a $200 million expansion of the gold mine out there. That's helped partly because of the gold price, but also with the Australian dollar coming down. We've made significant changes in tourism so that we can start to enhance the redevelopment of our tourism product and getting new product out there in the market. We've worked hard to have three particular tourism campaigns. One in the Northern Territory, promoting the Territory to ourselves. One within Australia, which is commonly known as the Do the NT campaign, trying to get Australians to come to the Northern Territory. And an international campaign which focuses particularly on our traditional markets of UK, Europe and the Americas. But we're also starting to see a small penetration into Asia, particularly China. And I think that the Chinese tourism market is something that will certainly see tourism operators in the Northern Territory go from strength to strength. Already we've managed to turn around a 10-year decline in tourism numbers, having a significant increase, particularly in Uluru, Central Australia, a small bit in Tennant Creek, a decent sized improvement in Katherine, and Darwin's on a small increase. But I think that the Chinese tourists coming through the top end in a very soon or short period of time will certainly make a big difference. Additionally, we've made changes in the agricultural sector where we're now saying to cattle farms that we'd like you to do more than just breed cattle. We'd like you to diversify and have the opportunity, whether that's horticulture or tourism or bird watching or whatever it may be. So we've changed the legislation to allow that to occur. We've empowered the gas industry in the Northern Territory to encourage natural gas development onshore. Currently in the Northern Territory we have onshore shale gas in Central Australia, particularly in the Mereenie gas field. We have offshore gas, both with INPEX under development, Darwin LNG and also Blacktip. The Blacktip gas, which is offshore, and the Mereenie gas, which is onshore, currently powers the whole of the Northern Territory, particularly in the urban areas. So we want to develop our gas industry more. We think that that can certainly present a lot of jobs to Territorians. Deloitte's have actually done a report recently which showcases that the development of the gas industry onshore in the Territory through appropriate environmental regulation and safety mechanisms could see up to 6,000 new jobs created in the Northern Territory, particularly in regional remote parts, and more than $1 billion coming in the way of royalties from that gas development. And I've said many a time that all of those royalties will go towards vocational education and training and higher education, because we know that fossil fuels are only here for a short period of time. We want to make sure that we invest in people so that the more royalties we can put in towards increasing access for education, but also job opportunities for education, will not only make us a smarter territory, but gives us a whole lot more opportunities. Other areas that we're working on include things such as defence. We know that we've got the US Marines here with about 1,350 Marines. There's about 50 who are based here on a permanent location for logistical purposes. The Marine number will go up to about 2,500. The Australian Defence Force is looking to expand its naval capacity here in Darwin itself. We've already got operations out at Bradshaw Station. Tyndall Air Base in Katherine is going to get bigger, particularly with some joint partnerships between both Australian and the US Air Force. And of course we've got a high defence presence in Central Australia, particularly around Pine Gap. But what we want to do is support defence as an industry, because we know there are going to be more opportunities around service and supply contracts going ahead. We've recently announced up to $100 million for a partnership with a private operator to help build a new ship, what we call a ship lift or a ship servicing facility, which is worth about $500 million. So that's another industry that we're working on, and in partnership with some schools such as Darwin High School, also Camilda College in Essington, plus Charles Darwin University. We're really trying to tackle the opportunities that have gone largely missed to date around international education. A lot of those international education students fly over Darwin down to Melbourne or Sydney or even Adelaide and miss us. So developing a coordinated approach in that area is something that's really important. So there's just a few areas which are outlined in our plan for economic development in the Northern Territory. We know that we need to diversify. We can't just have a one-shot in a locker economy, that being INPEX and nothing else. So making sure that we diversify so that we can respond to the ups and downs in the territory, the Australian and the world cycle is something that's really important. And at times like now, when we see at the global level particular economic unrest, particularly global downturns, we have problems with in war-torn countries, we have problems with terrorism, we have problems with refugees and humanitarian issues over borders in Europe. There is a lot of global uncertainty. The Territory economy is one of the best economies performance-wise in the country, and we believe that we've got a very good plan to take forward to support continuation of jobs, but also to support growth of jobs in the Northern Territory. I'd encourage you to get out there and have a look at our economic development plan. It is a plan that certainly paves the way for our future, and I look forward to working with you as Chief Minister and ensuring that there are jobs for you, there are jobs for your kids, and there are jobs for your grandkids. Thanks very much.